No one is keeping you from exploring other religions, other spiritualities, or other philosophies except yourself. We're told that our religion is the one true religion, and all others are false, and that we shouldn't get tempted and find out for ourselves. That's how they keep you in control. You hand over your power to them, and they dictate to you how you should live, what you should believe, what you should think, how you should behave, how you should talk, how you should look, and so on. Those that seek power, even though they claim it's the will of God, should raise red flags for you. Life is all about energy and how to get it. We get most of our energy by our food that sustains our bodily needs. We can, however, get energy from other people. Be warned though, there are those that feed off other people's energies, and we call them psy-vamps or psychic vampires. Have you ever stood next to someone and after a few minutes you got good or bad vibes, and as soon as they left, you felt completely drained? Psy-vamps, energy vampires. When I broke away from the Christian church, I followed my heart, which took me to look into Wicca, witchcraft, and see for myself what all the fuss was about. In high school, I was very interested. It's like, what is the big deal? I don't get it. What, you know? Well, it was nothing like they said. The only witches who worship Satan, the Christian demigod, are satanic witches. White and green witches are very eclectic in whom they worship, but most worship a goddess and her consort, the god, revere nature, and most follow the cycles of the year, which are called sabbats, but in our language, they're referred to as the solstices and equinoxes. It's all about personifying nature in its most basic elements. It has nothing to do with the devil, demon worship, Satan worship, or the like. In Wicca, you learn about energy and how anyone can manipulate energy to bring about a desired outcome. Think of spell work as a ritualized form of prayer, which basically what it is. Words have power. Words have power. Wiccans also follow the Wiccan Rede, which states, "By the Wiccan law ye must, in perfect will, in perfect trust. 8 words the rede fulfill, and it harm none, do what thou will. Whatever you send comes back to thee, so ever mind the rule of 3. Follow ye this with mind and heart, and marry ye meet, and marry ye part, and marry ye meet again." Even though Wiccans don't always say the Sanskrit word karma, that's basically what the rule of 3 is all about. It's what Jesus talked about when he said, "What ye sow, so shall ye reap." Karma, the wheel that keeps turning and returns whatever you send out, but in greater quantities. Which means that whatever energy you send out into the world, whether it be love, fear, hate, etc., shall come back to you in a greater amount. If you go out and steal, if you go out and lie, if you go out and harm somebody else, if you go out and do this, all that stuff is going to come back to you more than what you put out. It's almost like those who live by the sword die by the sword. Those who live by the gun die by the gun. Pretty much karma. What you sow, so shall ye reap. After reaching my 3rd degree as a high priest in Wicca, I created my own Wiccan tradition that I named the Weaver tradition. I discovered that not all religions, spiritualities, philosophies, teachings, or other traditions have all the answers to the great cosmic puzzle, but all of them have pieces to it. Not one of them is the true one true this or that. How can it be? The great mystery cannot be contained within a single holy book or a single doctrine, philosophy, dogma, or point of perception. Remember that great big diamond in the last episode? Even though I don't call myself a Christian anymore, I do follow the message of the Christ. I've learned to sort out all of the dogmatic control elements and look beyond the words. My spiritual path is still my weaving together of the truths that resonate within my heart and spirit. So if you want to explore other ways of praising the divine, other ways of looking at the divine, other ways of worshiping the divine, then by all means do so. Don't let other people stop you, and most of all, most importantly, don't stop yourself. The divine mystery is within the smallest subatomic particle to the largest whatever. Be curious. Take what you feel is part of what you already know in your heart and spirit to be true, and discard the rest. Remember that the divine spirit is within everything. And if you find something that just doesn't fit well, then take it off. Take it off and try something else. But don't take it off after a day. You've got to put some work into it. I studied Tibetan Buddhism, so for several months, I read several books, many books. I went to the Tibetan Buddhist temple, one of them here in where I live, and I learned a lot about meditation and what Buddha really represents, what Buddha really means. Buddha is not a name, just like Christ is not a name. It is a title. They are both titles meaning the same thing, which is the enlightened one or the awakened one. Okay? So again, remember that the divine spirit is within everything. And if you find something, use it. If you find something and it just like doesn't really resonate with you, move on. Move on. What is true for one may not be true for another, because truth, like beauty, is in the eyes of the beholder. Search for your truth. Find your truth. And in that truth, find yourself and know yourself. Adieu. Love you all. We will find our way through the cold dark night, where shadows come to steal our light. The road is long, but we are strong. Together we will bring the dawn. We will find our way. The storms will come and try to divide us and say that their lies are really true. Open your hearts and see your light shining, and know that love will see us through. We will make it through. We will find our way, walking hand in hand, our voices heard across the land. The way is clear, so have no fear. We know our light is always here. We will find our way.